Hello Star Wars fans and collectors, it's me, Jedi Master 98, back again with another Star Wars figure review. In today's Star Wars figure review, we're going to be taking a look now at a couple of Star Wars 4-packs from the Vintage Collection line. In this review and in the next review, we're going to take a look now at some 4-packs from the Vintage Collection. In recent times, I've really enjoyed collecting these 4-packs from the Vintage Collection, and in terms of obviously the characters, accessories, and the layout of the packaging, it's been very good. The set we're going to take a look at today is an Imperial one. As much as I am very pleased in terms of we're getting us more Imperials, I'd like to have seen maybe a different character involved, in terms of obviously a character that was released on a single carded figure or card back, but we'll get onto that more as the video goes on. The characters we're going to take a look at today are these one. It is 2 unnamed officers. So there's that fella there. We do have an ISB agent, also an unnamed officer. We do have Admiral Piett, who was released on a vintage card recently, but it's part of this set. And the last character we have is Motti from Star Wars Episode 4 A New Hope. He's the bloke who was basically having a go about Darth Vader about the Jedi being an ancient religion. Vader force chokes him and he realises he shouldn't mess with Darth Vader. So they're the 4 figures we get with this set. We'll take a look at them in a few moments, but let's take a look at the Vintage Collection card that comes with these. So I'll just remove them from there. As you see, this is the box that contains and stores these figures. Obviously you've got numerous characters on the front there, but obviously the characters we've got are the ones at the front, the first 4 there, them not there, and obviously the other ones at the back are just for show. So obviously that's what you got there. You've got the Imperial officers, nicely done there. Legal stuff there, legal stuff there. Vintage Collection logo there. Turn it that way, there we go. And obviously stuff going there. Open up the box. Inside you've obviously got this, which is obviously the bit that stores the figures. And then obviously you've got the cardboard there. And what you can do is you can just get the bits there. Make sure it's sealed and it's there, and then turn the packaging around. You've obviously got the 4 that appear as well. As I said, I'm really liking the way the Vintage Collection are doing these 4-packs, but in terms of this one, as much as I'm grateful as such, I'd like to see maybe a different officer in terms of Piett. Not that saying Piett's a bad character, it's just obviously we have him on a single card. Maybe we'd have got someone different and everything, but it is what it is. It is what it is. So that's your packaging. Let's take a look at these lot in more detail. Right, sorry about that. Right, first up we will take a look at Piett. Now this is Piett from the original trilogy. As I stated, I do own the singular carded version of this character. All of these officers are different in terms of hats, accessories, and obviously different types of weapons. In terms of obviously with Piett, he does come with a hat and a blaster pistol, but no holster for the character. Accessory wise, articulation wise, movement of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrists, torso, legs, knees and ankles are movable. It does come with an officer's pistol there, which is nicely done, and obviously his Imperial cap. Just give you a zoom in on the overall look of Piett. As you see, you've obviously got his rank at the top and the little cylinders on the chest there as well. Give you a zoom in, nice look of the character, and then obviously removing the hat. Underneath you've obviously got the hairpiece and the pistol. Moving down to the belt. Some people I know have complained about the terms of the bottom part in terms of how the legs are sculpted. I personally don't mind, but obviously everyone's entitled to their opinion. And then I can just get his hat, place it on top of his head, and he looks the part. So that's Admiral Piett from the original trilogy. As I said, as much as I like Piett, maybe if they could have redone this again, maybe a different officer due to him being on a single card, but it is what it is. So that's Piett. Next up, we're going to take a look at Motti. As I stated, he's the officer that appears in A New Hope. In terms of articulation, he does come with movement at the top of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist. Torso is movable, movement of the legs, movement of the knees, movement of the ankles. He does come with an officer's blaster, which you can see there. So you just get his... There we go, that's a lot better. Hang on a minute. There we go. That's better, yeah. So there's Motti there. Give you a zoom in on the detail. As you see, you've obviously got his rank and his cylinders there. He's obviously got a sort of like concerned or funny look on his face. As I said, he is the officer that Darth Vader false chokes in A New Hope when he's basically getting on his nerves. Starts to see a version of this character. It does come with no hat, just the blaster pistol there and no holster. Detail is exactly the same in terms of what you've got with the legs and everything. And yeah, Motti, he really had a go at Vader in terms of obviously that ancient religion, and Vader was having none of it. But yeah, that's Motti. Really impressed to have Motti in the collection. Next up, we're going to take a look at one of the unnamed officers. And then we'll finish off with the unnamed officer or ISB agent. As you see, this officer, he does come with a E11 blaster rifle and a blaster pistol there. Posability, movement top of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist, torso, legs, knees and ankles are movable. He also does come with his hat, which you can see there. Give you another zoom in to show you, just to show you what's going on. Obviously you've got this chap here. Remove the hat. Make sure I don't lose that. So moved his hat, and then obviously there's the unnamed officer there with his long hair and a little code cylinder there with obviously a smaller rank. Blaster pistol there, nicely done, same with the E11. So the exact same in terms of obviously what's going on there. And obviously you can get your hat, you can place that on top of his head and he looks the part. But nicely done, really impressed. So that's that fella there. And last but certainly not least, we're going to take a look at the second unnamed officer, who is indeed an ISB agent. Now this one's really good in terms of what we've got, so I'm just making sure they're okay there. Exactly the same in terms of what's going on, but obviously he is white and black instead of the others being mainly grey with black boots. Posability, movement top of the head, shoulders, elbows and the wrist, torso movable, movement of the legs, movement of the knees, movement of the ankles. He does come with an E11 and a blaster pistol there in his holster, and does come with a removable cap. Give you another zoom in just to show you the look. He sort of looks like a slightly older gentleman there, and he's got a, I want to say there's a little bit of a moustache going there, a little bit of a goatee with a couple of long sideburns, and yeah, just checking. No, yeah, the others don't have a moustache, he does, yeah. So that's nicely done in terms of what's going on there. Move the cap. Put that down there. You've obviously got his look there, slightly older gentleman going on. E11's looking really good, same with the rank and the cylinders there. Blaster pistol at the side, and obviously moving down to the legs, he looks the part, which is nicely done. And if you want to bung his cap on, and he looks the part. This unnamed officer or unnamed ISB agent. So that is pretty much it for the Imperial Officers 4-pack. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this Star Wars review. I'll just see if I can get all of them in my hands. So that's all of them there. Thank you very much for taking the time to watch this review. I will be back with many more Star Wars reviews very soon. Be sure to subscribe to the channel, follow me on Facebook and Instagram, and I will see you in the next video. So take care, look after yourself, and as always, may the Force be with you.